Okay, about to send out the tweet. Okay. All right, let's see. Let's see if anything occurs, if people start showing up. All right. So, let's just get started. Let's move this down to a lower opacity. And we're going to make a new layer. All right, so this is the main avatar that I'm currently using. So I'm actually going to be using this as reference for a few things, like how to, well, like the colors and everything like that. It's just easier to then having a template and like guessing. So let's see. Make a new vector layer. And we're just going to take black. All right. So I'm basically making this because I want to do Dead Space tomorrow, and I realized I didn't have a scared emote. So having a scared emote would make the stream a little bit better. That way I can toggle it when during the fun parts of the stream where I actually get freaked out. Because I'm not a very brave man. Or thing, rather. Sorry, it's been a while since I've drawn with my tablet, so I'm not sure. I feel like it's off for some reason. Take a look. Yeah, the line art here is okay. Yeah, all one layer. Okay, let me take a look here. Oh yeah, I wanted to do it in a few layers because I'm scared in this. So I wanted it to be able to move slightly. Like the way my hair has that fire effect. I wanted to do something similar with the entire upper jaw. Okay, what's going on with my pen? Do I need to recalibrate? Okay, let's. Okay, where's the Wacom stuff? What? Okay, let's see. Like right as I signed on here, it just seemed to update the drivers. So I don't know if it's like what's going on here because I feel like it's drifting in a direction. Yeah, like I'm doing that's maybe it's in my head or whatever I can. That feels so. off for some reason. Okay, well. Okay, let's see here. Okay, let's see. How's it going, Pertani? What brings you here today? To my humble stream. Just making a VTuber asset. You know what? Actually, I'm going to change the title. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, I am currently kind of establishing a brand as a VTuber. This is actually technically my fourth stream. I had a test stream a few months back. Okay, what is going on with my pen? I feel like it's off for some reason. Anyway, I did a test stream several months ago. Back in, I think it was November actually. Ugh, it's been a while. But I just started streaming. I had to actually get a graphics card because I wanted to stream Dead Space, but I did not have a graphics card capable of it. But my concept is I am you know the creature from the movie The Thing? Think that as like a person. Like that's what my spiel is. That's the elevator pitch. That is Maw. Hopefully you enjoy. Still trying to get used to the lack of silence situation because I don't really talk to myself very often. Not anymore. Not since the pills. That's a joke. That's not what they do. Da, 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 da. Okay, let's here. Hmm. Yeah, pretty much. Though I am a hive mind, so feel free to subscribe and become assimilated. I am using an Intuos Pro. I think it's the. Oh God, I forget. It's from like I got it in 2014. Upgrading from like an Intuos 2. So I've been using tablets for a long time. That's only I think I've been using them since God, I think I started using my first Intuos 2 in 2004, but I didn't get a driver for it until like 2008 because I didn't realize you needed to do that. So I had to do the whole like, oh, drag the pen to like relocate things and it only moves while you're actually like clicking. It was a nightmare, but now every time I know somebody who gets a tablet. That's like the first advice I give them is like, make sure you download the drivers so you're not having to use it without one for 6 years or so. My math's off there. You know what I mean. Let's see. But yeah, I haven't needed to upgrade my equipment in quite a while. I actually fell off when it comes to drawing. Oh yeah, totally. I actually recently, like this holiday, I got a oh god, what's the brand? I've got it right over here. Bear with me a moment. Clip Studio, I can't sell enough. It's a really great app. Uh, it does everything Photoshop should when it comes to digital art, like what I'm doing right now. Okay, so I for Christmas I got a Frunzy uh Android 11 tablet specifically for drawing while I'm doing my day job. Uh, because it's something I can divide my attention on. So I got Clip Studio for that, and it's great. I actually don't know Psy, but I used to do comics. So I started originally. Oh my god, I had this huge process of going between Photoshop and Illustrator, doing all of the creating the vector lines in Photoshop, transferring it to Illustrator, doing the actual line art in Illustrator, then transferring it back to Photoshop for shading. It was actually for a college project did a like a sped up version of like I recorded my screen while I was doing one of the pages. It was like I cut down an 8 hour recording into about an hour and a half. It got really good results, but oh man, the night and day change between Photoshop or between that abomination of a process and going to Clip Studio was you can immediately see it was like a breath of fresh air. I barely even used my tablet during that original process. Uh, because most of like really the only thing I could use the tablet for was for coloring. Everything else I would just use the like the trackpad on my MacBook and the pen tool in Photoshop. And then like everything else is just like doing things with the trackpad. So it wasn't really an efficient process, but Clip Studio's line correction is I think unmatched if you ask me. Though I'm definitely biased. So that would be what I would recommend. Yeah, I think hmm. I don't know anything about Psy, so I can't really give you anything on that, but I mean, you're seeing this is like a sketch from my sketchbook that I just scanned like half an hour ago that I'm just going over with vector lines. So it's definitely it has a learning curve because getting used to not looking down at what you're drawing is definitely it you wouldn't expect it to make such a massive change to your workflow, but it really is. But I've always sworn by the Intuos products. I actually what was it? I was about to say something. Oh, because I've been using one of these guys since before smartphones existed, I still associate the word tablet with one of these guys. So it still gets hard. I get a bit of culture shock when people are like, "Oh yeah, I got a new tablet," and I'm like, "Oh nice, like Wacom or Bamboo." Like they're like, "Oh, iPad." Ah, yeah, definitely. I'm still traditional. I don't have a screen on mine. I still live paycheck to paycheck, so it's like not like I really can just go out and buy one of those guys. Honestly, the one I got for Christmas was a gift from the old parents, so I mean, rely on what you can. That's what I say. They were just thrilled that I'm drawing again. Really hope streaming ends up doing, you know, fairly well. I hope I can be entertaining. See, I was trained in improv, so I feel like I have trouble being entertaining on my own. I need somebody to bounce off of, and I've never really been able to find a partner for that sort of thing. Like for years I was begging a friend to do like let's plays and stuff with me, and they were always like, "Oh no, I want to be, I need to maintain a professional aura and not, have a paper trail online." They stream RuneScape now. They're like a massive streamer in the uh Spyro speedrunning community, and they have a bit of a Twitch presence. Actually lived with that guy for a while. Right? I don't know. I've always been a big fan of like Game Grumps, and before that, I was a fan of the actual, Let's Play channel by Rooster Teeth. Though I kind of fell off of that. I'm lost interest. And then all the messed up stuff happened, and I was kind of like, yeah, I'm glad I stopped. Oh god, I try to stay away from Minecraft. I go through phases with it. Because I get like sucked in when I play Minecraft. Just all of a sudden I'll find myself like I'll find naturally occurring like what's it called? Whenever I find obsidian, I'm like obligated in my head to like mine it all out. And so I'll just sit there with like a diamond pickaxe in like a waterfall I created against lava, just like mining out a whole like acre worth of obsidian. I remember in college showing somebody like my Minecraft world on Xbox, and they're like, "Oh wow, this is all really." Wait a second, Xbox version doesn't have creative mode yet, and I'm like, "Yeah, why?" It's like you did all this in survival. I'm like, "Yeah, why? Is it a lot?" Oh god. Oh, you like Minecraft? Name every square. Name every block. I'm not familiar with like the Minecraft streaming stuff. What's the What do you mean by like funny storyline? Like roleplay sort of stuff? Ah, okay. Interesting. No, I just pick up like make a little mud hut. That's always how I start out. Just dig a hole, build a roof for the hole, and then mine out into the side of a mountain or something and just like go crazy. See, I've never tried even going to the end. I've I'm not that big into that. I play Minecraft for just, the zen of it all. Because it is just kind of the sort of thing where I'm like, my jaw goes slack. I just like looking, just like eyes gloss over, and I'm just like, find myself 5 hours later. I've got like a whole inventory full of obsidian. It's just never been a priority when I play. There's a poem. That's how out of it I am. I'm not really my scene as much as I enjoy the gameplay. Now there's a poem. I'm a fake gamer. Sorry to break it to you. Interesting. I'll definitely check it out. I like existential shit. Hmm. Interesting. Yeah, that's kind of up my alley. Definitely check it out. The neutral look. I've got Oh, I love when that happens. Like, my favorite song is this. There's a band Polar Bear Club. They were originally from like Rochester, New York, or no, yeah, Rochester, New York. And they're my favorite band. They're no longer around anymore. They're on indefinite hiatus, which sucks. But uh, in 2011, they released their first single off of my favorite album of theirs, and I just downloaded, like, I ripped it off YouTube. I just listened to only that for like 3 months on loop. And around that same time, I was really into playing the Pokemon Dream World from Black and White. And so every time I listen to that song, I think of the I think it was the Combi mini game where you're collecting ice cream. You have to stack it up as high as possible. My mind just goes right there, like it's little a little memory time capsule. It's crazy. Yeah, I totally understand what you mean by like being teleported back to an old time. Ah, yeah, the human mind is an enigma. It's weird how like we associate things like that. Okay, so that's not line art. That's colored. Ah, it's nice to have somebody actually engaging my chat. Oh yeah, yeah. So actually hold on a second. I've got a few emotes I can go through. And there's this one when I scream. Ah! Yeah. Thank you. I really like the idea. Why I'm doing it. I'm actually in a second, once I've got this, once I stop doing this, I can or hold on, I can show you the current iteration of the actual live 2D model I'm building. I haven't worked on it since, oh god, probably November. Hold on. I just want to save that because it could. I think last time I kind of crashed while I was doing that. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah. It was November 22nd was the last time I saved this file. It is about 15 gigabytes. A 15 gigabyte Clip Studio Paint file. Some you can tell I'm going pretty I'm doing it like, oh, really high scale because I want to make it really good quality. I kind of want to just do it like once and then not have to worry about it for a while. So having a single model like that. And the problem is I'm an autodidact. I don't I'm not okay with like paying somebody else to do it for me because I'm just going to be like, "Ugh, I wish I could have done it myself." And I like learning new things. So this is the live 2D model. I need to redo the hands entirely. But it's a little bit it's pretty stylistically different from how my 2D model looks. I very much simplified it. This is my normal drawing style. This is not. But like, and you can see how much I put into all these layers. Hold on, let me move myself over. Yeah, you can see all these layers and everything. I put a lot of work into this, but and it's all layered and everything. So hold on, I've got a bunch of hidden stuff because I want to be able to toggle the second face. Let's see, how do I do that? It's been so long since I've opened this file that it's hard to find where everything was. Um, Model. Then I've got the face. Oh, awesome. Tell your cat I say hi and pet it for me. I love cats. Do not have one of my own, however, because I have a thing about animal poop. Do I have a bunny? Ironically. I don't know where. Where is it? Because I have a way I can just. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to go through this and I don't remember. Is this it? Is this it? Maybe I deleted it now that I think about it. I don't know. Let's see. Oh no, that's an old thing. Yeah, no, I did this in a lot of layers. Well, obvi hello. I did it in a lot of layers so that I can so that I can move as much as possible once I've got the model fully finished. But it's gonna be a while. I'm still not nearly done with this. Like the jacket is like so out of place there. So jacket, there's the shirt, and then I've got the shirt comes off, and I've got the teeth there. Yeah. Yeah, I've got a lot and we're under the works for this one. Very happy how it came. It's coming out, but I thought in the meantime I could actually start streaming by doing the like this stuff. Because if I do a PNG tuber, I can actually work on the model on stream. And that's content in and of itself. Yeah, eyes and teeth were a big motif here. Okay, let's see. I'm not familiar with Art Fight. Oh, that's cool. That'd be nice. Tried to do Inktober a few years back, and that just fell through almost instantly. Oh, wait, shit. Wrong layer. I think I did like one, like, I think it was day one was like crystal. I drew a giant, like, hermit crab in a cave thing. A giant hermit crab in a crystal cave. And I spent like all night doing that. And then I'm like, ah, there we go. And then, like, the next day I just didn't feel like drawing. I really just need to do more art. It's just not a priority anymore. And with the day job and everything, it's just like being 30 suck. That's all I'm gonna say. Doesn't help that I also got like a shitty degree that I'm never gonna be using. Oh god. Good luck. Make sure you don't get an art degree. That's my best advice. Because I was like 3 years in and like, oh man, I love this like this program, New Media. It's like I get to do all sorts of things. I get to edit videos and like I get to do sound design. I get to do all sorts of things. I get to program. And then it's like I got into my last year of or my junior year. I like just passed an exam thing that allowed me to continue with the program. And then I'm like, "Oh shit, this is an art degree, isn't it?" Oh no. Then I made the problem not specializing in anything. Because in that field, there are a lot of disciplines. There's like video editing, there's like, or rather, there's like digital art, there's graphic design, there's all sorts of stuff. And I made the mistake of not specializing in any one field. And so I graduated and I had no. Uh, I was a jack of all trades, master of none. And the best way I would describe it is I thought of myself as a like a Swiss Army knife of media creation. It's like, oh, I can do this. I can cut through leather. I've got a toothpick. I got a corkscrew. And then like I get into the job interview and they're like, "How well can you cut through this piece of leather?" And I'm like, "Oh man, I can definitely do that. I also got a corkscrew. I got a toothpick. I got a nail clipper." It's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa. Slow down. We just need to know how you can cut through this leather." Well, it'll take me a little bit of time and a lot of effort, but eventually I'll get through it. And they're just like, "Okay, we're going to go through uh with this knife that is designed to cut through leather." That was my mistake. Nobody goes for the Swiss Army tool or like when they've got the whole tool shed. So yeah, that was my big problem. Uh, when given options, specialize, pick one, and just stick with it. Don't just be like, I want to do everything. Yeah, but it's accurate from my experience. I've lived in New York for a while, and I commuted in Manhattan for like 2 months at one point, just trying to get graphic design jobs. I didn't get a single one. I think I went to like 10 different interviews because I've always been, and that was just the thing about being like I just had graphic design skills because of years of using Photoshop. It wasn't even what I specialized in because I didn't specialize. But my portfolio could kind of fit with it, and I did a lot of like shirt design ideas. So I had a big portfolio of just like logos and stuff that I did for fun. Like the interviews always went pretty promising, but then just nothing ever called back. But here I am, years later. If you can get an internship, honestly, that's my recommendation. I would have had such an easier time if I had interned with some sort of creative company because they also only do it for college credit. So if you're not going to school or anything, they are not going to accept you for an internship. So if you graduate and get your degree before you do any internship, you're not going to get an internship. At least that was my experience, and this is like 2015, I think. Yeah, 2015. Or no, early 2016. Late 2015, early 2016. So, yeah, that's my 2 cents. Not really going to be able to buy you anything on the dollar menu, but go for it. That's definitely where the money is and like what people are looking for. You're basically guaranteeing yourself a degree or a job. Don't make the same mistakes as me. I work in a call center now. Honestly, I've started to like this point in my life, I'm kind of like of the mindset that higher education is kind of just a scam. Because I went through it and I'm a millennial. I was promised the world, and then I got out of college, and like everybody's like, that's not how it works anymore. So I'm a jaded. I become jaded. And then again, I was always a bit of a cynic. So maybe it's just that. Oh, totally. Honestly, I've always felt like if I could break out into into this field, like doing streaming, getting, you know, making videos and everything, giving myself the discipline, I could probably do well in this sphere. But I've always been had a hard time focusing on this shit. So I'm actually like trying to make an effort this like in doing all this. And like this wasn't even a planned stream. I just decided I wanted to because I was doing this anyway to just do it on a stream. Not really uh not regretting it at all, honestly. Because what I've got one, two, three, four, five, six. I got 6 people viewing. It's about a little over half of what I had when I was playing Dead Cells the other day. Which I'm shocked anybody's even tuning into that. But and don't look a gift horse in the mouth. You lead a gift horse to water, but you can't look it in the mouth. basically it is like, hey, it's rude to like question a good thing. Like somebody gives you a horse. That's a gift, literally a gift horse. You don't look it in the mouth. You don't check its teeth to make sure it's good quality. It's yeah, it's basically just saying don't be a dick about the gift you get. I actually looked it up myself at one point. Yeah, though I did combine that with can't lead a horse to water. This is one of the things I love about Clip Studio Paint. You can just go in and like edit the vector lines, just clean up your artwork really easily. Oh yeah, totally. I was actually looking about it's such a weird topic. I was looking about the like why horse meat is frowned upon in the West. It was actually an interesting read. It's because of the whole cowboy thing. It's like horses have a protected status that no other animal has, and as a result, they are like first off, they have no natural predators. Horses, wild stallions, and they're because of the whole cowboy propaganda. Because you jest, but literally it is cowboy propaganda. The idea of the free stallion on the plains, but horses were brought over from Europe. They're actually technically an invasive species, and they're afforded a protection that no other animal has. So you can't hunt horses. You like, and there's a whole I don't know. It's this whole stigma about eating them and like horse meat as a thing. But apparently, it's actually pretty healthy. That's why I mean, Eastern cultures definitely don't have that same stigma as American does, or Eastern culture, or Western cult, American Western, and like you know what I'm talking about. I don't need to be accurate about what I call it. Merca. Honestly, the reason I was looking into it was because I love rabbits. I have a pet rabbit. I care a lot about rabbits. And there's a community of people online who like the doomsday preppers who are like obsessed with trying to make rabbit meat work. And the thing is, rabbit meat doesn't work. It is pure protein. It's basically useless unless you're just using it as like filler for another meal. And I was doing research about like you know about that topic just on my own because people when you have a pet rabbit, people constantly make jokes about eating your pet rabbit. That's what I found, and it's extremely insensitive. It's really shitty, but people do it all the time. And I remember looking into it because there's a concept called rabbit starvation. Basically, it's protein poisoning. If you don't have enough fats in your diet, you will literally starve to death even if you're eating. So it's called rabbit starvation. And I once looked up, like, I was just making some stupid, like, doing some research about how people justify it to themselves. Like, the idea of, like, oh, eating rabbit meat as a doomsday prepper. And literally, I have it saved somewhere. Somebody suggested it's like, oh, what do you do to? They're like, hey, how do you make rabbit work as a protein source? Because they need to find some source of fats to supplement. And I shit you not, one of the responses, and it's become a joke between my best friend and I. They're like, "Oh, just kill a fat bear. That's what the Native Americans used to do." It's like, yeah, no, let me just go fucking hunt a bear. It's like that's your big plan. Ooh, just go kill a fat bear every season, and that's how you're gonna make rabbit meat work instead of, actually getting a reliable food source or getting a permit to slaughter chickens. Really what it is it's all about the machismo of it. Nobody cares about the actual survival aspect of like doomsday prepping. It's all about like, oh man, I'm gonna be a man. I'm gonna hunt and slaughter my own animals. I'm gonna like chop their heads off and be badass. But like if they actually cared about like the most efficient food source, mealworms. Honestly, it's gross, but mealworms. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying here. It's toxic machismo, and if they actually cared about the survival aspect, the amount of nutrition per pound of mealworms out like is like it's a superfood compared to like any other thing you could keep, and it requires so much less space. It But nothing's manly about eating worms, and that's why nobody tries it. It's all like, oh, I'm gonna buy rabbits on like Craigslist that people are trying to rehome, and I'm gonna just chop them heads off and eat them. Cause man, it's like, oh, you think you're manly? What about eating fucking worms? Huh? Nothing more manly than eating fucking worms. But you know what's manly? Not assigning arbitrary things to your gender identity. That's what's manly. See, the thing is, I talk big about that. I can't eat bugs. Ugh. But that's just me. I'm not trying to doomsday prep or some shit like that. Just don't like bugs. Do I do like big ass like stag beetles and shit? But my problem is I don't like them in the larval form, and they're only adults for like maybe 6 months out of like an 8 year lifespan. Or like no, like close to like 3 years or so, but it's like they're actually in the cool beetle form for very little of their life. So it doesn't really justify being a pet to me. Because like I wouldn't really like it as the larva. God, this is just like full on stream of consciousness right now. I'm also like kind of fascinated by ants. Like I totally would always like I'd love to have an ant farm, but I also don't want ants in my home. Oh, and speak of the fucking devil, here's a fucking roach. Excuse me. That count as is that against TOS? Is that animal cruelty? You didn't see anything. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. You saw nothing. Anyway, yeah, found a few in my apartment. What's odd is it's only on my side. My roommate doesn't have anything. That's always been like the story of my fucking life. Like, okay, college. I had I lived with my best friend for a year, and one thing is that he was a bit of a slob. Uh, love the dude, kind of a slob. There was a point when he had open mac and cheese on his desk for like 2 weeks. And testament to college food, it was like it didn't start smelling bad or anything like that. So, that's one thing. Anyway, uh he lived that way. And I got ants on my side of the room and he never saw a fucking thing. To the point where there was one time where he bought hot pockets and he's like, "Oh, hey, like you can have some hot pockets if you want." I'm like, "Oh, sure. Shit, yeah. Free food." Uh and so I eat the hot pocket. I put the fucking wrapper that you microwave it in on my nightstand. I turn around, maybe 20 minutes go by, and I turn back, and it is swarmed with ants. Not not food. I already ate the hot pocket. It's just the fucking wrapper. And and he's like, "Oh man, that's so bad." Meanwhile, the mac and cheese is right fucking there, untouched. Yeah, that's my luck with fucking bugs and shit. Just, I don't do anything that attracts them, and they still fucking show up, and they're like, "Hey, this guy's really clean and lives really nicely. This is the perfect place to set up." Is the shading just detail? Is that just? Oh yeah, no, that isn't just a transparent black. That's actually I used colors. Okay. All right, let's get this done. Automod was like, stupid black. Just saying. Oh god. Ugh, that's the worst. Oh, and I got termites now. I have to get got exterminators coming on the 29th. I was just like sitting at work, just like zoning out while talking to a customer, and I was just like looked up, and it's like, oh, what the hell's that? It looks like dirt on my wall, and I got like I'm like, what the fuck is this? So I got my knife out, I scraped it off, and it just crumbled away, literally like dirt. And I Googled termite, and I looked up. It's like exactly what you see if you Google termite droppings. So that's gonna be fun. Being an adult sucks. Hate responsibilities. I've gotten silverfish before, but not consistently. I've seen like one or two silverfish at an older apartment of mine. Hmm. Yeah, I fucking hate roaches. Oh, and in college I had an infestation of ladybugs at one point. Like, I like ladybugs. So at first I was being like really respectful. I'm like scraping them off into a cup and releasing them outside, but then they just like kept fucking swarming in. Yeah. So I actually went to college right across from the headquarters of a major soda brand. That probably is doxing me very slightly, but oh well. Um, and they're known for having a really nice garden, and every year they release thousands upon thousands of ladybugs into the garden. Uh, and well, apparently my building, because it was getting colder that time of year, it was like right in the fall. Uh, my building's the side of my building was right in the sunlight, so it was always warm. And no, actually, they're amazing for the environment. They eat aphids. They're really good for gardens. You can actually like buy ladybugs in bulk and like release them like that. It's totally a good thing. But so they were because of my building being like in the sunlight like that, the ladybugs would go across the street onto campus and then just like I think that was a liquid like the ones that are like more of an orange than a red. Um, but so these ladybugs would go across the street to the campus, be like, "Ooh, this building's really nice," and it's like, "Ooh, it's got heat," and they'd just like climb in the window, and because ladybugs are not a pest, the campus wouldn't do anything because they're good for the environment. And so there was at one point I was like scraping like a dozen ladybugs off my wall every hour. And I got fed up with it. I taped up the edges of my windows because they would just like get in. And I set the temperature to like 60 degrees. So I'm sitting on my bed, like pissed off in a jacket. I'm like, God damn it, fucking ladybugs. And I only realized how effective the tape on the windows was when I moved out because I removed that tape and oh man, I didn't realize how effective it was. Even though I was still getting ladybugs all over the fucking time, it was. A lot of them didn't make it. Let's just say that. Still feel like my pen's off a little. Yeah, right. Well, the ladybugs would have eaten them. They are omnivore hunters and vicious ones at that. Yeah, they look all cute, but they fucking eat the shit out of things. Don't fuck with no ladybugs. Though I was tempted to, because I graduated the year before my roommate did. So different roommate, mind you. I was very tempted to buy a thing of ladybugs and get them mailed to him at campus. Yeah, ladybugs are like ooh ooh, eats your face and like murders you very like slowly and painfully. Oh, basically. I just thought for a second how weird it is that I'm actually like pulling up the model I'm currently using to use it as reference. Yep, totally. It's because this is gonna be a toggle for that I'm gonna use tomorrow. Because tomorrow I'm gonna be playing Dead Space, and I realized I didn't have an emote for when I'm scared. So I think this will just enhance the stream a little bit. Basically, yeah. Oh no, that was like I was just gonna be like on Tuesday I was feeling sick, so I didn't stream. But the plan before that was like I'm just gonna not be scared while I play Dead Space then. Just fuck it, you know? So I can do that. Nothing scares me. I ain't afraid of no ghost. Interesting. I don't have such an urge. Eh, I mean, it's a style thing. It also depends entirely upon what you're drawing. Like, if I were drawing like ooh cute girls all the time, I can imagine like being like, you know what, cat girls, cat girliers, why not? Fuck it. But like this, I really couldn't imagine doing that because this is me. Although I do want to make like a sexy bunny girl outfit for myself, just for shits and giggles. It'd be great for a little gif of like the sad cat dance meme. Just do that, but it's like somebody trying to urge me not to put it on, and then just like in like full on Playboy bunny girl outfit, just like hip thrusting and shit. Nice. I need to play Bloodborne. Yes, yes, on this character. This is my avatar. Yeah. So yeah, I don't actually have any like OCs right now. I used to do comics, but I don't. Those are from a those are different persona. Like I'm just trying to keep this isolated. Feel free to add me on Twitter. I do occasional NSFW art, but not really much. I think I've only done a few of these things posts, but only just my own avatar stuff. I've been working on an NSFW OC for just like sexy art and pinups. I don't know. I the thing is about OCs and stuff with me. I don't knock the process of having an OC. It's perfectly fine. Have your own original character. That's cool. But I come to it from the perspective of a comic book artist and a writer. So it's not just OCs, it's like my characters that I do my own like stories and stuff around, and so it's I don't know. I'm not trying to say like I don't see the point of having an OC if you don't write or do comics or any creative sort of thing, but I just don't like if I don't know. I have to have stories written with the characters, with the exception of Ma here, because this is supposed to represent me. It's not like an OC. It's my avatar. It's my VTuber. It's just hard to do like an OC for the sake of having an OC, you know? got to be something else around it to like give it lore and give it purpose. Maybe that's missing the point. I don't know. See, that works. I get that. God, I really need to get back on and do comics. Definitely a thing here is like how I do want to keep uh my streamer and like cartoonist stuff separate. And I gotta try to not mention it very often. As much as I like drawing and like telling those stories. Hmm, that's a fair point. Oh hey, I got a lot more. I got more people watching. Got 9. Nice. Okay, let's see. I'm almost done with the main body. Uh, I just got to do the second layer, the head, and the bit. Okay, hold on. Ah, shit. Well, of course I would do that. Took me long enough to screw up a layer. I actually haven't played Deltarune. I have it on my Switch. It's on my list of things to play. I am a huge Undertale fan. I really fucking loved Undertale. I never could do a genocide route. I don't know. I always played the good guy in games, so it's kind of hard to do that. Like I have a hard time doing like being playing like an evil character and things because I kind of get caught, like lost in it. Like I've never been able to play Fable as an evil character because I just end up going on killing sprees in Bowerstone instead of actually playing the story. Ooh, that'd be a fun game to play actually. Lost Chapters. Oh wow. Well, I actually only discovered I really only discovered Undertale after like watching some streamers play it. So I didn't really get that discovery sense of it. Yeah, I know, it's blasphemous. You watched a stream? Come on, you gotta enjoy it yourself. Yeah, I just like I feel like Undertale's a game you can't really just go into blind. And maybe that's just me, because I feel like you'll get that experience. You're gonna play through it multiple times, being like, "What the fuck? Why is this game so like mean and awful?" And then you'll play the pacifist route and be like, "Oh, this is how the game's supposed to be played." Yeah, I've never actually done the Sans fight. Again, fake gamer alert, fake gamer alert. Yeah, it's just an anticlimactic end too. I've watched like playthroughs of genocide routes and it just doesn't look fun. It just looks like you're killing all your friends. Mm, I like my friends. Oh yeah, totally. That's another thing. The game does not forget. Like, isn't there a dialogue option that like it's like you want to tell you have the option to tell Toriel you watched yourself kill her? It's like what the fuck? Yeah, I can imagine. Just that's not fun to me. I don't know. I wouldn't be able to do a like I said, I can't do like a genocide run. Doesn't look fun. Okay. Just about done with the main body. That's on to the upper head and animation. Oh yeah, totally. Uh, I get that. For a while, I wanted to like set my ringtone to be like a creeper sound effect for Minecraft, just so it's like just to freak out the people around me. That's like that's a level of evil. Uh, Minecraft. Is that what you're referring to? Like a Minecraft update? No, I haven't. It's been a while since the last time I touched Minecraft. Oh fuck, I got the wrong teeth too. But there we go. What is the warden? I'm not familiar. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I have no idea about that. Huh. Huh. Yep. Damn it. Oh, that's awful. Reminds me of when I played Dark Souls 1. I was going for 100%, so I needed to go through all the covens, and I the covenants, and I did the Dark Moon, or yeah, the I was doing the Dark Moon, and for that you have to invade a bunch of people and kill them to get like the blue ears. And so I figured out what you can do is when you invade somebody in the crystal caves, you can aggro you can aggro the moonlight butterflies and then run down the invisible walkway. And while you can aggro them as an invader, they don't attack you as an invader, but they will attack the player whose world it is the second he comes into range. So I would activate all of the butterflies and just wait at the bottom with the dragon greatsword, great bow, and just like grief them, wave from the top, from the bottom. Such a mean way to invade people, but it was really fun. And hey, I got through the Covenant that way. Yeah, I was not good at that game, so that was like how I was able to win things. So you actually need to go below that layer. But you're also going to need to be linked with this. Okay, so now let's add new raster. We're going to fill in the face. The face. The worst part was like they couldn't do anything to get rid of me unless they had like a homeward bone, or no, there's the one item to despawn uh enemies. But if they were trying to actually like leave the area or teleport or use bonfires, they couldn't because I was spawned in on them. So they'd have to deal with me first. It was such a dick move and I love it. And to be honest, if they got to me, oh yeah, they'd win. I sucked at combat. I was not good at Dark Souls. I just played the hell out of it. It took me 6 straight hours to get through Blight Town the first time. Because I made the mistake of resting at the bonfire in the middle of it, and you were like equidistant away from everything. And yeah, no, you can't. If you're not good at that game, you get your ass wrecked. It was not a fun time. I could never get into uh Elder Scrolls and Fallout. Just wasn't my thing. I tried playing Fallout 3 and I couldn't get past the tutorial. My friends these were like really bothered by that. I'm like, I just like I couldn't do it, man. The whole like happy birthday. It's like, this isn't for me. That was after I spent like an hour and a half on the character creator. They're like, you don't even see yourself. I'm like, I need to look perfect. Oh no, I'm on the wrong layer again. Damn it. There we go. Yeah, I got this weird thing where like I need to make characters in games. If I play it, it needs to look like me, or else I can't get engaged. So I'll spend like hours in the character creator, make like with a picture of myself next to it, just making a character that looks like me. I mean, sometimes I'll be in the mood to make it like a character. Oh, like I think it like oh god, what was his name? I made a character that was like Ivan the Sad in the first Dark Souls one point, and just like made him sound like droopy, like I'm really sad. Welcome to Lordran. He was like really portly and like had like a big fucking nose. God, it's almost 1 a.m. Fuck. I need to run to 7-Eleven, get a ghost or something for tomorrow morning. You know, I very tempted to play through like I have all the Resident Evil games because they were given away on it, Humble Bundle had a huge Resident Evil thing. So I've got everything through Resident Evil 7. And I was very tempted to download some mods to make like Nemesis look like Shrek or some shit. There's also like the Nemesis mod that like gives him a huge erection. That definitely wouldn't be a stream video game, but that would be hilarious to play with a friend. Just not tell him the mods I installed. Just, or like there's also the same thing with Final Fantasy VII with Sephiroth, where it's just he's ass naked and he's got such a huge boner, and I totally would play through the game with a friend, and when it gets to like the scene where he kills Aerith, just like all of a sudden he's naked. It's like what the fuck? It's like what? This is how it happened. Yeah, obviously I wouldn't be able to stream a gameplay like that, but playing with a friend and doing it as like a let's play or something, that would be perfect. Just like install mods at random intervals during different sessions and don't tell them that you do. I think that would be hilarious. Just all of a sudden, like you're playing, you sit down to play Resident Evil 2 again, and then Nemesis is just like fucking Shrek all of a sudden. Just like you gaslight the friend, just like, no, this is how it's always been. We've always been fighting Shrek. He's love, he's life. Oh yeah, like imagine like every chapter the mod pack that's active just like randomly shifts. So it's just like, oh yeah, now we've got like Nemesis Shrek. Just like, and then Nemesis just has a huge boner in one chapter. So you just gotta play it off like it's normal. Like, no, no, he's always been like this. Oh my god. I loved there was the mod that turned him into the guy from San Andreas. So you're playing as like the guy from San Andreas as a cat. Speaking of that, I think that would be a great way. Like there was the whole uh controversy about Hogwarts Legacy. If I were like an established streamer when that game came out, what I would have done is I would have bought GTA and like installed a bunch of stupid Harry Potter mods and played it and saying that and just act like that is Hogwarts Legacy the entire time. It's like actually set the stream to be like a Hogwarts Legacy meme stream, and then like it's just like you're playing through San Andreas as Harry Potter. It's like, oh man, they took some liberties. I don't know, JK. I don't know this. I don't think this is the. I think this fall off. Oh, totally. Let's see if you can find like clips of Daniel Radcliffe from other movies and just like use those as the voice acting. Oh yeah, that's the one that meme came from, right? Where he's like just sitting, he's in his pajamas holding the two guns. Yeah, that would be great. Also, I think it's hilarious though. In that Harry Potter game, you can just learn. You can just straight up learn the killing curse. The way they balance it is you can only use it once every like 3 minutes or something. But it's like, yeah, you can just straight up murder people. especially the Jews. I'm sorry, I mean the goblins. The goblins. You can kill the goblins. I don't know how people saw that game and were like, this looks amazing. It's just some like alt right propaganda bullshit. It's like, oh, the Jewish allegory characters, the ones that are like subjugated and like they own all the money, but they're lesser than the human characters. Yeah, go subjugate them because they're demanding equal rights. Oh, and they're kidnapping children. The thing that Nazis said the Jews did to make like matzah. And like sidebar, anybody who grew up Jewish is gonna tell you like matzah would taste way much better with child blood as an ingredient. I'm just saying that because like we don't eat matzah because we like it. We eat matzah to punish ourselves like our ancestors. We need to suffer like they do or like they did. That's the whole matzah thing. But it's like no, that was straight up Nazi propaganda that they did that. And like, okay, I have very complicated feelings about the game because it's like a lot of people were like, "Oh, you should be able to separate the art from the artist." But she literally like when people were like, "Hey, I really don't like you've lost a customer because of the way that you've been acting on Twitter." She literally had the detached from reality like, "Oh no, let me go cry into my piles of money." Like response to somebody being like, "Hey, you're this is really a shitty take. If you don't change, you're gonna lose some customers." Like that's like the response that people like jokingly say when they're like cosplaying as like the bourgeoisie and just like, "Oh, let me go cry into my piles of money." It's like, go fuck yourself. Like seriously. But my problem with the idea of like, oh, you should be able to separate the art from the artist, it's like, but she directly profits off of the sales. It's one thing if like I love Lovecraft. Lovecraft was a huge anti-Semite, but his work's now in the public domain and he's dead. There's no way he or his estate profit off of the sale of like Cthulhu, like the Call of Cthulhu game, or anything of that sort. So it's like I feel no problem just making gay Jewish Cthulhu art because like fuck Lovecraft. But he had some really cool stories and cool concepts within his stories. But because he no longer can physically profit it because he's dead and like it's all in the public domain, I'm totally okay with like consuming Lovecraft stuff. But like every sale. Oh yeah, totally. But like every sale of the Harry Potter game, every sale of Harry Potter merch pads her wallet. It supports her lifestyle of uh of being a fucking bigot. So while yeah, you can say like there's no ethical consumption in capitalism, that's for like necessities because that's the whole thing about what's it called? Like I you can't. There's no like I don't know what I'm trying to say is as if you try to like ethically source your food, like no animal cruelty, you're then like dealing with like indentured servitude and like people not being paid for their labor for that food. So it's a trade off. There's no ethical consumption in uh in capitalism because of that. Because not because you can't like it's not to justify you being able to play the game that the shitty person made. I apologize. I didn't expect to get on a soapbox during this stream. Oh, and I actually have more people following me, like watching now. Uh, as I get on my fucking Antifa soapbox. Um, but it's just like if you can direct, if she directly benefits from the sale of the product, I can't support it. It's like I loved the anime Rurouni Kenshin growing up, and I'd love to rewatch it, but the creator is a pedophile, like actually convicted pedophile in Japan. So can't like I can't justify legally watching and paying for or supporting any of the media he makes because I'm directly supporting a pedophile if I do that. I am putting money into the pocket of a pedophile. So until he dies and cannot benefit off of my consumption of the media, I can't justify it. It's a weird opinion to have, but I guess it's like I can't. I don't know. Awkward turtle. Anyway, mm, I actually got harassed by cops at one point because, of course, it's like, oh, don't talk about politics. I'm not. I'm not. 2 drinks in, the fucking government. But they got harassed by cops because I had a patch that said like it's on. If you go to like the website Silver Sprocket, I have a battle jacket, kind of like Ma does, the character on screen. Um, so I have one of a jacket that I made like this myself, and I'm. Oh yeah, no, wasn't it like Dream turned out to be a pedophile or something, or like no groomer at like right after he revealed his face. But as I was saying, when I was looking for my apartment, me and my roommate were touring a place, and there happened to be like a domestic disturbance going on. And I passed by some cops, and one of them saw that I have a patch on my shoulder from Silver Sprocket, their web store, that says Antifa Super Soldier Program. And he just started making a big deal about it. He's like, "Oh, Antifa, look out! We got an anarchist here." And it's like, Don't you have like minorities to oppress or something? Like, come on. I'm just trying to look at for apartment. Okay. But yeah, I'm like I gotta review like terms of service here because I don't know anything about Twitch. I'm brand new. Like I don't even use Twitch. Oh, I came up with a much worse thing to have said to him. But I'm pretty sure it would get me banned if I said it over. It was more or less the same idea, but referring to a specific event. Uh, Anywho, but yeah, I just like I don't think I have anything cancel worthy unless somebody goes after me being for leftist. In which case I'll just be like, ha, cry. Just I mean, everybody's got toxic traits. As long as you just keep growing and like change your worldview and like, I'm pretty sure like my generation, it was like I grew up when the Chappelle Show was on TV. Like I discovered Comedy Central way too early, and as a suburban white kid, you get a little ballsy, and so like we've all done cringy shit. I'm just glad I didn't have the internet when I was doing it. Oh, I'm getting rated. Hey, I've never been rated before. This is like my fourth stream, and it was just on a whim. Hi, welcome. I'm just talking about some very touchy subjects. Making an avatar icon for my stream tomorrow, where I'm going to be playing Dead Space. Uh, because I realized I didn't have a fear emote or like something to like when I get scared. Hi, nice to meet you. Tarot Magica? Did I pronounce that right? Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Perfect. Yeah, I'm a comic artist. Or at least I say I'm a comic artist. I haven't done comics in like years nowadays. It's the comic I used to do is on hiatus. I think about it every day and I always want to get back to doing it, but I can never find the time or the energy. It's what's it called? And I'm trying to keep it separate from the VTuber persona, so I don't really want to advertise that stuff here. But I do have a Twitter. It's in my profile. I do some art. I'm kind of trying to get into doing some NSFW art, but besides that, I kind of just like really been working on this. Yeah, I'm trying to keep this persona completely separate because I have an established online persona elsewhere, different username, but it's also very tied to my real name. So I don't want that to cross over here at all. I'll make reference to it from time to time, but I'm not really planning on like using that name anywhere here. Here I'm Maw. I am a currently PNG, eventually looking to become a VTuber. Uh, Hold on, I can actually, because there are now new people. I'm gonna save what I'm doing, and I'm gonna pull up my VTuber model that I'm working on. I say working on, but I haven't really touched it since November. Uh, Let me open that up. Yeah, of course, of course. I listen. Literally, this is my fourth stream. But yeah, go ahead and follow the Caught in Its Maw Twitter. I'm Maw. My preferred pronoun is it. I am a creature. I'm like think of the monster from like The Thing, but then discovered what VTubing is and decided wanted to do that. So go ahead and subscribe, become assimilated into the Maw. But yeah, I'm loading my VTuber avatar that I'm working on. It's like, hold on, I can show you guys a little bit well, the size of the file is like almost like 15 gigabytes. Yeah, yeah. Ah, here it is. So this is the VTuber model I'm working on. It is like, hold on, let me. Oh, look at all these layers. And these are like all folders and stuff, and like I've got lots of vector art, and yeah, I put like a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into this. It's not my normal art style too. Let me see here. And like one of the cool things is I can show you using my current avatar. When I get angry, I have a second mouth that splits from my face. And let me see. I can possibly pull up some sketches and stuff that I've got. If you want to see some more art. Let me see. Oh, I have a series of sketches that I've been working on recently. Recently again, I haven't done it since November. Um, of Moe D&D characters. So like this is the Kawaii Beholder. Uh, Kawaii Mimic. And the Kawaii Gelatinous Cube. Those I think would be great. Oh, how do I do that? That's a Ozilia Blanco. What's a good way to do that? Because I am trying to do that. I don't want the like the paths in my windows to show that. Right now I've got them opening on another on my second monitor. I also have a friend who I designed an avatar for. Really, her only prompt to me was that she wanted to be like an android, and so I just ran with that. She gave me a few like really, to be honest, not really good references, but when I'm done with my own avatar, Okay, yeah, that's a good idea. I'll need to look into that. But yeah, I've got this one for this was just the main concept. And the cool thing was I was drawing this like as I was working my day job and just being like, "What do you think of this? How do you like this? Do you want this?" And she's like, "No, no, that's great." And so when I'm done with Ma, I'm gonna be making her that, and I'll probably do that over uh like I'll probably do that on stream once I actually figure it out. But yeah, right now I don't think I've shown any of the file paths on my computer. I've been pretty careful about that this stream, but I'll need to figure that out. Right now I'm opening everything on the other monitor and drag it over when I need to, so I can kind of audit things. Anyway, oh, this one though I've got. This is the live 2D avatar I'm making. I need to redo the vest, and I'm still working on it. But let me see here. If I can hide some things. So it's actually like I have so many layers on this thing. So I've got the hidden mouth, which it'll fold out. And then I have like the jacket, the denim vest, and I can hide the shirt as well. Here it is. Oh, nope, that's the chest. Yeah, I'm brand new to streaming, so I appreciate the feedback. There we go. So this is the avatar without his shirt on. I wanna. I had an idea. If I once I get like VTubing like really into things, I want to see if I can make this mouth move separately. And if I do like text to speech, I think it'd be great for it to actually be this mouth that talks. Uh, I want this eye to track with my normal eyes, or just randomly move on its own. I'm not sure. But yeah, I've got a lot of plans. But right now I'm PNG tubing in the meantime while I get this all sorted out. Because I'm an autodidact. I don't really like doing. I don't really like outsourcing my work. I like doing it myself. That's why I did comics. That's why I did all. I do all the work that I do. Because I like to do everything, and it's been a problem for me at times. Uh, Definitely one of the reasons I can't get a job in the field because I spent so much time not specialized that it really affected my ability to apply for specific careers. I was telling chat earlier, Pertani, uh I came at it with this idea of being like, oh, I'm gonna be like a Swiss Army knife of media creation. And then like I'd go into a job interview and it's like, hey, we need a knife to cut through this leather. Can you do that? And my reaction would be like, oh yeah, no, I can totally cut through the leather. I also have a corkscrew, I've got a nail clipper, I've got a toothpick. They're like, slow down. Can you get through the leather? And so my thought would be like, oh yeah, no, I can with a lot of effort, and it may take me a little longer than normal. And they're like, we're just gonna go with this regular knife that cuts through leather. And that's when I realized nobody reaches for the Swiss Army knife when they've got the full tool shed. But yeah, let's see. I'm kind of stoked I got rated. What do you mean? Like the preference of having like the specialized tool versus the Omni tool? I mean, ideally, yes, but that didn't work when I was trying to make it as a graphic designer in Manhattan. I got like 10 interviews and not a single job offer in like 2 months. But now I'm just, hobbyist. Honestly, I kind of prefer it that way. Just like way less to worry about. Hold on, I gotta check something. Okay, yeah, got it. Okay. Now that would be cool. Uh, let's go. Okay, yeah. Sorry, so I don't have to open up the other file. I'm just referencing the actual avatar that I'm using. Okay, right here, just gonna shade a little bit of the two. But yeah, welcome to my humble stream. You guys like all rated right in the middle of like a rant about like uh the Harry Potter game and like some other stuff that I was going on, or rather not a rant, but like me tossing out my 2 cents on everything. And like I don't really think you can separate art from the artist if the artist is still profiting directly off of it. But like don't dox the people over it. But yeah, I'm making this because I'm gonna be streaming Dead Space tomorrow. I'm gonna be doing it 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern. Yeah, basically. That's one of the reasons. It was like the choice was I wanted to do either Dead Space, Alien Isolation, uh, Carrion, or Scorn, because H.R. Giger was also a really big influence on my design. So Scorn and Alien would definitely be like up there for choices, and they do still have big followings on Twitch from what I saw. Except Scorn doesn't. Uh, when I looked, it only had like 3 people streaming it on time. Mm-hmm. Oh, totally. I have a 3D model of like what's it called? Lilith 2. I have a uh Todd McFarlane replica of it that my brother bought in Budapest, or like was it Prague? They're at the Geiger Museum. That's where he bought it, but it's definitely awesome, and I have it in the other room. Oh yeah, I love his art. I did in high school and everything. Uh, Yeah, I thought like I would be for like my first big stream. Doing Dead Space was a good idea because it's still relevant and like fresh in people's minds. Also, it's like one of my favorite game franchises. I was so sad when the dev edition of Dead Space 3 sold out before I could get a copy. Well, yeah, that's what I'm referring to. I bought the remaster. Then I realized my graphics card could not run the remaster. And so I bought a new graphics card. But for my first two streams, I did Dead Cells. You can see the recordings of them on the channel. I just downloaded them to my computer, but uh, I still only have like the basic like Amazon Prime version of Twitch, so they're not going to be up for very long. I need to make a VOD channel, but again, that depends upon demand. I did, however, make an official Cottonets mod uh, email account, so I also have a YouTube for for it. Sorry, don't want to misgender myself. Okay, so let's see here. Oh, no, not what I wanted. Yeah, I did my tax refund, and most of that went to buying a graphics card. Yay, adulthood. But yeah, I thought like if I didn't have an avatar of myself scared for Dead Space, like what the fuck was I doing? So I just like randomly decided, you know what, I guess I'll stream this, get a little bit more of a experience doing it on my belt. Actually, this is already getting longer than my Dead Cells stream the other day or last week. Okay, there we go. Bit of a throat. Just for behind everything, so I can fill in the face. Oh, and it reveals the details that I need to fix. Let's go to body here. Go to the fill layer. Just real quick, just erase. There we go. Much better. Okay. also fill this in. This doesn't need to be perfect, to be honest. There we go. Oh, wow. That is a lot of people watching me. Oh no, I'm scared, but I don't have an emote to show it. Let's see. Okay. So now I think we can do the animation. So how did I do this again? Okay, I did it on 6 frames. Let's see. Oh, no problem. Thank you. I'm hoping I can be entertaining. I'm still a little new to it, and I always thought, like, I'm trained with improv. I did a lot of improv growing up, and so I'm a little nervous about being on my own for this stuff because I feel like I can bounce off of somebody really well, but I don't know if I could do like a Markiplier style, like just me. Okay, yeah, so it's 4 positions, so. Yeah, but the problem was all my life I've been, or all of my like post college life, I've been looking for somebody to do like a Game Grumps style like duo thing, and nobody's been willing to do it. And like, I had one friend that like he and I, oh my god, we were like an example of how well we worked together. We were just driving along one day and we saw somebody's license plate that said GQD given, as in God given. Basically, yeah, I never found my other grump. Though I think I would be the grump, and I'd be looking for my not so grump. But so we were driving around, we saw a license plate that said GQD given, as in like God given, but God given was taken. And so we were like, what the fuck does GQD mean? Like knowing what they intended, but what could GQD stand for? And so we quickly decided it was good quick dick, and then we decided to make it an infomercial. Marty and Marty uh selling you on Marty and Marty's GQD, it's a given. And like this we just went on for like 45 minutes just as this bit of these two Billy Mays style salesmen with like heavy Brooklyn accents just trying to sell you on good quick dick, and like constantly the entire thing like it would keep changing which one of them's Marty and which one of them's Marty, and like the spelling would constantly change. It was just basically yeah. Another one is I came up with was quiche for gold. But like I was like, dude, we need to do something. We need to do like videos and stuff. And he's like, "Oh well, I'm trying to be professional and like get a career like in education." And like, of course, he did that. And that's not me making fun of him. That's actually what he sounds like. Uh, yeah. Now he's a big RuneScape streamer, and is one of the. He's also really big in the Spyro speedrunning community. But no, he didn't want to do like stupid fart jokes with me online. Honestly, I don't know if I can blame him. Okay, so let's do this as the hair fire. Like I've never had somebody I could do like that good improv with besides them. Okay, let's see here. Oh wait, no, I need to do this as the animation thing. So, oh god, how do I do this again? New animation folder. That's it. Yeah. Oop, didn't mean to do that. New animation folder. There we go. New cell. Oh, what is your recommendation? Ozelia. I'm waiting with bated breath. Okay. Yeah. Definitely would look into that. What is it? Kongu VT. I'm gonna write that down real quick. On my whiteboard that I use for work. VT, not TD. Yeah, I'll definitely check them out. I appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate any resources that you could offer. Because I do want to get into this and, like, I don't know, I have these. Maybe it's narcissistic to say it, but I feel like if I can, like, get an audience, I feel like I thrive here, you know? But that's always been the hard part. Like, when it comes to, like, even selling a comic or, like, doing anything like that, the hardest part is finding people to read. Like, I still go, oh, totally, totally. And, like, I still read through my old comic archive and, like, the old strips that I used to do and never posted anywhere. And they crack me the fuck up. It's like I write for myself and just hope other people enjoy it. And I have tons of people who, like, would read it and be like, "Oh my god, when are you doing more?" But finding an audience is the hardest thing. Like, you could have the greatest thing in the world, but if nobody actually looks at it, like, what's it gonna do? Not to say I've got the greatest thing in the world. Definitely not. Exactly. And, like, I've been doing Twitch networking and just, or not Twitch. Ugh, Twitter. I've been on Twitter and, like, trying to establish a brand and concept for a while now. And I mean, I wouldn't say I'm not successful, but yeah, no. I also got into it right before fucking Muskrat bought it. and like just all of a sudden everything's going to hell. Everybody's like, "Oh my god, he's a genius." Like, no, he's not. He's a fucking rich kid that likes quote unquote smart things. Okay. Okay. What did I do? Okay. Hold on. God, I wish I didn't just let myself fucking fall off. Got an onion skin enabled. Animation cell. Okay, why is it not doing this? Ugh. Yeah, how do I do it here? Oh, there we go. Fine. There we go. Yeah, I figured it out. I did not fall off yet. Okay. The onion skin is enabled, so let's go ahead and perfect. There we go. Yeah. I got it. I know what I'm doing. Okay, so let's see here. Here. Okay. Sorry being so quiet. I'm just like trying to focus on the animation aspect's always the harder part. Trying to fill the dead air is still kind of like that's even the hard part in my day job. So trying to be like, oh, how's the weather where you are? Like I don't know. Sometimes people don't want to just talk about bullshit, but I want to be entertaining. Honestly, that's all I want in this world. Be able to make people laugh. Because like we always remember like the yeah. I mean, we always remember like the Robin Williams of the world, the ones who like make us laugh and like pull our heartstrings and shit. Like I'm still broken up about him dying. Oh yeah, yeah. I think my first Dead Cell stream. My girlfriend was watching, and she's like, "Yeah, you got to work on your dead air." And then the uh, the stream after, she's like, "You got a lot better." Like just immediately, she's like, "You were a lot more entertaining." I'm like, "Oh, thank you." Yeah, I was joking. That's like, "Oh, don't get political." And this is like 3 drinks in. You know what? Fucking Donald Trump. Like Bush did 9/11. Israel. But yeah, it's just a matter of like, I still need to figure out what like is and isn't TOS stuff. Okay, I don't really like any of this, honestly. Starting over. Yeah, I'm trying to think of like other games I would want to. Oh, gotta reduce the size of that. Other games I'd want to stream because, like, my only rule is the game I play the most, I'm never gonna stream because it's still tied to my old username, the one that I don't want like associated with this account, and I'm too invested in it to change it. So I'm never gonna be playing Destiny 2. I'm also not good enough at Destiny 2 to entertain anybody who would want to watch a Destiny 2 streamer. I'm not good enough at PvP, and I'm like, really, I'm not good enough at PvP to be like interesting there in that sphere. That's okay. It's already a second job. I don't need it to be my second job. But I've got to figure out other games I want to play. Another thing is I don't like games that are just straight up PvP because that gets boring to me. And I know like streaming, the whole thing is like you got to stick with the trends. But, like, I don't know. I'd love to play like Dark Void. It's one of my favorite games. It's terrible, but I'd love to play it. I did Dead Cells for a bit, and I really enjoyed that. That seemed to go well. And that game definitely does still have a, because they are still in receive updates, uh, there definitely is a big following for it. Then there's got to be like the just hanging out streams, the VTuber bread and butter. but also like occasional start art streams like this. This is fun. I like doing this. But I'm also a very stylized artist. I don't have like not like photorealistic. I don't like do anime waifus. A very cartoony style that appeals to some. It's another thing of why I wanted to do my own model. I didn't want it to like be to look like anything else. Like a lot of the like okay, I follow very few actual VTubers. I follow Iron Mouse through Sea Dog VA. I follow Nyanners because I've always been a fan of her. Like way before she even did VTubing. And uh like some of the V Shoujo people I just like see clips of like but I remember there was a point where Nyanners and Iron Mouse both debuted like 3D models for the first time and they were just the same model. And like not to talk shit about any of that cuz they're like the people who like do that work are like phenomenal in their field. But it's like I don't know, I wouldn't want to use the same model as somebody else with just different hair color. Like my style looks nothing like anime. Or I guess it I wouldn't say nothing, but it's very much not the generic like oh anime style. I grew out of that when I got out of high school. And so having a VTuber model that like matches that and like shows off myself and my own art style, I don't know. I'm really into that. Like I only know briefly about PNG tubers beyond you know, that some of them like Lord uh Athelstein started out as them. Uh there's no is there like a stigma or like a like ooh they're not real VTubers thing going on? I'm not sure. I thought I saw some kind of like discrimination. When I was doing this, I remember when I first made this avatar, the one that I'm currently using. Uh, I remember in the morning talking to my roommate and being like, "Hey, like I'm considering like while I'm still working on the big model, I should do something smaller and like." Oh yeah, I saw that was a big thing, which is kind of shitty. It's like false advertising, you know. But I remember feeling like really I felt really cool because I'm like, hey, I'm thinking while I'm still doing the other model, I could start establishing a brand by doing a 2D avatar. And they're like, yeah, go for it. And he was blown away by the fact that like by the end of the day, like at like I brought this up to him at like 9 a.m. Like while I was clocking into my job and like doodling all the avatars on my sketchbook and he mentioned like he was blown away by the fact that I went from having a just being like, "Hey, I think I should do this," to having a working prototype by the end of the day, and that made me feel fancy inside. You know. All right, let's play this. Oh, hold on. Stop. There. Of course, yeah, I'd love to. Thank you so much for that. I really do appreciate it. Hey, don't be a stranger. Join the get assimilated into the mob if you want. Or sorry, the the maw. Wow, I got my own fucking name wrong. Feel free to subscribe and be assimilated into the maw. Uh, always looking for more flesh. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I need to get an alert. Like, I need to do some overlay stuff. Like, I want to have something that says like so and so was assimilated into the maw whenever somebody subscribes. Kind of like how like it's like, oh, they joined the precious family that like Iron Mouse has. Yeah, I'm figuring shit out. I'm new here. All right, thank you so much for tuning in, and yeah, peace out. I also think it's amusing. I've been having a lot more engagement during this impromptu stream than I've had on any of my other streams combined. I even got rated. Like crazy to me. I think I'm gonna go back and see like what their decision making process was for that raid because I'm like kind of curious. Are they like, oh, who should we raid? Oh, this is a new person. I'm curious. Yeah, that's one of the things the concepts I'm toying with. The idea that if I ever do like a lore thing, all my lore, the one of the concepts I'm gonna do is that subscribing to me is being assimilated, like in the movie The Thing. So it's like, oh, you've been assimilated into the maw. So the idea is that all of my viewers are just me watching my own stream from a different physical body. Okay. How do I do this again? This is what happens when you do not, when you're caught lacking. Oh, nope. Don't want that. I just want to make this, how did I do this again? So I got frame 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. Gotta make this 2, and then I just want to cut it down by 1 frame, and then loop it. Oh wait, that's it. Oh no, wait. Oh, I gotta. This is the starting, right? Okay, yeah, this is the start. And then where's the end? How do I end it? Uh, oh, there we go. So let's move this to the last display. Oh. Okay. How do I get it to play as a loop again? Because I want it to be like this. So, how did I do this? God, I'm just sitting here being like an idiot. Okay, 8, and we're gonna loop. Nope, that's not what we want. How do I do this? Is there a specific end here on this timeline? Oh yeah, there's a fucking end on the timeline. Oh, I'm an idiot. There we go. There we go. So now we got the burning here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2. Wait, what? Oh, that's creating a problem. Okay, there we go. What do we fucking do? Okay. Oh, duh. That's it. There we go. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Okay. So how can I do this? I want the entire top to shake. Okay. So we gotta lock these. Rather, no, we don't want to lock them. We want to. We don't want that either. Okay. Okay. So I want all this to move at the same time. Okay. And that. So. Move that. So this is gonna loop fine. Oh, hold on. Okay, that's what we've got. So if I wanted to tremble, so one, left, middle, right, middle, left, middle, right, middle. Okay, yeah, I can do that. So move you left, you stay, you right, you stay. So now maybe I can make it more exaggerated. So another bump to the left, to the middle, to the right, to the middle again. Okay. Left to the left, to the middle, to the right, center. Okay. Now, select this frame. I want to move left to left. Oh, no, that's too much. Okay. Oh no! There we go. Okay. Like where I want to be. So, this is what we want. Okay. So, if I want to make it tremble, pause. Go to 1, the left, to the middle, the right, the middle again. Got the weird janky now. Okay. So now what I need to do is I need to match in each frame that these other layers should be shifting. So okay, now I've got to. Then that means I need to duplicate all these layers. Okay. Oh boy. Uh. Oh. So let's see here. I just need 3 copies. Okay. And then teeth liner, upper teeth detail. All right, so let's make a folder for upper teeth. Put upper teeth in there, and upper head should get its own layer. Okay, so these are going to be the frames for the frame 2 and frame 4. So okay, so that's one. There. Okay, so now I need to go into frame 1 and we're going to set head 1, upper teeth 1, then in this frame, set upper frame 2, upper teeth 2, um, then we're going to go to upper head 3, upper teeth 3, then upper teeth head 2, okay, 1 back, 2, 3, 4, 3. No, this isn't working how I wanted it to. Okay. Do body, upper teeth. Okay. There's got to be. I know there's a way to make it like. Keep it like. All the other layers, lock them to the frames. Am I making this overcomplicated? Do you think I need him to be chattering like the upper head, or it to be chattering? It might be fine just the way it is. What do you guys think? Anybody? There are a lot of you now. Hmm. You know what? I think I'm happy with this. I think I'll just put in an additional version of this one. And then when I shout, it's like, ah! Or honestly, I could just have that as like a hold down like this one. I don't need an additional like blink or anything. Oh yeah, this is my laugh. Ha 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 ha. And this is my cheering. Hell yeah. Rock out. This is what. Oh yeah, ha 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 ha. There we go. Okay. So I think I'm happy with this. So I think I'm gonna export it. I think this is what I'm gonna be using tomorrow. And I think I'm gonna call it a night. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks again for the raid earlier. I do really appreciate that from Terra Magicae. I really did appreciate the raid. And yeah, I'm gonna be streaming again. It's gonna be in this point 6.5 hours. That's gonna be at 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern. I'm gonna be playing Dead Space. This is gonna be one of my new reactions. And yeah, I hope you guys, if you're still up or still watching, then you can definitely check it out. Join me. Uh, I really appreciate you guys coming along, and have a great rest of your evenings, mornings, whatever it is you guys are experiencing right now. Appreciate it. And if you haven't already, feel free to subscribe and become assimilated into the Maw. We are a hive. Once again, I am Maw. My pronoun is it. Thank you all for coming. Have a wonderful night. Peace out.